Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Bartlett Arborist Supply. We got something else for you today. So I'm going to be utilizing a FimblSaver, and I've borrowed some of these other thimble loops from a Fimble climb in order to utilize it in today's video. So I've come up in a single rope system. Yeah, most of the times if I know I'm just gonna go straight up to my anchor point, I won't use a wrench, because in this instance, I'm gonna convert over to a moving rope system, which I normally do for part of the tree. And if it's a large enough tree, I either have another rope, or actually I'm just gonna be on single rope to try and get a couple other redirects going through and finish the whole tree with just one rope. But if you're in that type of tree where you find yourself a nice central tie-in, so we have a central tie-in, I would install this as normally as I would, right? So this is gonna go through here, okay? And that's gonna be my moving rope anchor. So it's a traditional setup. There's nothing special about it just yet. And yeah, so that'll be my first one. And I'm going to, got my lanyard on in place. I'm going to loosen this up. I had a running bowline with a Yosemite in place. And I'm gonna go, and like I said, I'm gonna switch over to a traditional moving rope system. Because sometimes, you know, moving rope just gets it done. We need that other carabiner over here. Yes, quad locks. I do like quad locks. I know a lot of people don't. They're not the biggest fan of them, but I just enjoy that extra action. Plus, it reminds me of like the Batman, you know, Joker colors. Yeah, I'm a little weird like that. Now, on the other end, like I mentioned, I have these thimbles. Now, I could do another moving rope system if I wanted to, but I'm not going to use a moving rope system. I'm actually going to set up a SRS system on this back end and flake the rope over somewhere over that way. So, like in this instance, I have another 8-tracks over here. Wait. And we're just going to do a canopy anchor. So, like here, we're going to guide this to the ground. Trying not to get all that rope on rope friction on your stuff, so I'm using both hands here to guide everything down. And I'm not going to worry about making this end a retrievable portion, because my retrieval action will still be on the original Fimbles that came with the FimblSaver. But here I'm just going to spike the back end, so once this hits the ground, we'll call that good there. Tie your alpine butterfly. Okay. I'm going to take this carabiner. Message! Carabiner goes through. Spiked off. Now we're ready to climb on this side. So this, like again, this is one of those techniques that you're probably not going to use all the time, but you'll be glad that you actually have something like this, or know how to do something if you wanted to do something like this. You know, if you wanted to explore different canopy anchor options. I'm a big canopy anchor kind of guy. I've always preferred them over base. Now, there's nothing wrong with a base anchor. I'm more fond of canopies. Base anchors I'll do when the tree is extremely hairy. I'll shoot, get it back down, anchor myself, and then just switch over to a moving rope system, bring a different rope with me up top, and leave that as an access, you know? Again, my style, not everybody's cup of tea, and I get it. It is what it is. But that's exactly how you're gonna do that. Well, I kind of hid it from the camera a little bit, so I'll twist it so you can see what actually happened there. That's on me, my mistake. Right now I'm just gonna throw this, because this is where I'm gonna go next. So purple rope that way. Okay. So once I get over there, I'll flake everything out. But like I mentioned, right here, I have my Fimbles going around through the center, branching it up top. Rope is through. It spikes. Give me a head nod if you can see that. Sweet, okay. So spiked on one end. This end that went over that way is gonna be my new climb side. I have a traditional setup right here. And before I actually just take my lanyard off, always load test it before you disconnect it, okay? Switch that back to my side D. And now I can actually just come down. I can do everything, go out, work down this way, work the half of the tree. And if this angle was too sharp and too rough, and I didn't have my tools, which it's rare that I don't because I like to carry my stuff on me. Again, just me, I get crap for it all the time. Oh, why you bring that up? It's just how I do things, you know? I'm weird like that. I don't know. I don't like calling down for too much if I don't have to. But I also look at the tree and the scope of work before I go up, so I know if I don't need it, I'll just strip it off. But we're gonna go do our thing, move that way, then you can pull onto this system and you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, so as I mentioned before, threw my rope over this way, I worked my way down over here, and I've redirected one more time just so that I have a better angle to work off this way, because that angle there still isn't the best. But having done this, now I'm free to disconnect, send this system down to the ground, finish the tree with this tie-in. And you might ask, well, how else are you gonna tie in? I am a little bit of a gear enthusiast, so I do have an akimbo on me. Always have an akimbo on me, just in case. That or a Prusik, either or. But, you know, install your akimbo the way you would, or whatever system you have. This goes on my second bridge. I tie in, load test it, and now this is slacked out. This is good. And now you're free to work that way, finish the tree, jump through another redirect if you want to. Canopy anchors like that, the golden retrieval, however you want to call it, with a friction saver. You can go through a couple more redirects rather than a Texas tug or a traditional alpine butterfly, because the other ones give you a little bit more friction when pulling your system out. But with this one, I found that choosing the right redirects, I can get 4 easily and still pull my system out. You still have a little bit of drag, but it's not drastic to where you're heaving and huffing, okay? But yeah, even if you choose to, you can do 2 stationary rope systems off that same anchor that I created up top. It's kind of endless, really, with them 2 anchors. Split it up, half the rope, you can do one side of the tree, throw your rope the other side, get lower, and then just switch your tie-in or switch to a different rope and get moving, you know? So again, it's one of those things where maybe it comes in handy with large trees, or a tree that has a solid center, and you know you're gonna do a lot of movement. Instead of jumping up over and getting to a different way of creating a better angle, you can already pre-direct it with the rope while you're up at your anchor installing everything. Little monkey fist, throw it back over, solid, it's pretty much done. But again, technical tips. Thanks for checking this out. bartlettman.com. Don't forget to hit that like and the subscribe button down below. We'll see you on the next climb. Climb safe.